Thanks for checking in there with us once again. Sure do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with us while we go through our little deal that we're going through. As you may know, we've had some issues with connecting to Facebook Live 3 weeks in a row using the cell phone. Worked for 3 months, no problem. All of a sudden, one wouldn't work on the cell phone. Got software for this last week. Made the connection 3 times. Went to do the post Friday, and boom, it would not work. So here we are. We're taping it in the normal way, shooting in the regular way, and then we're going to post it, and you'll see the post at that point in time, hopefully. So thank you for bearing with me as we go through our next 12 to 16 weeks. We're going to attempt to shoot them live, but if we can't, we will be resorting to shooting a video and then posting the video in place of it. So, the subject of today's today's post is tips on hiring a professional photographer. That's what we're going to talk about today. Stay with me here for a minute, and we're going to cover a lot of different things here real fast. First of all, this is a brand new series, okay? So it's going to be a series that's going to go out for the next 12 to 16 weeks, as I kind of hinted. And it's going to talk about everything that you may want to talk about in hiring a photographer. Why would I want to hire a photographer, someone may say? Well, the time will come in most everybody's life, they're going to want to hire a photographer. Maybe for a wedding. Maybe for your new product you developed. Maybe for the corporate event that you want to have recorded, shots taken. Might be for your restaurant, your food for your restaurant. Maybe for your catering business, some food, okay? Maybe for your website, just plain websites. There's a lot of reasons that you might want to hire a professional photographer, not just that he knows how to operate a camera. So, this we've done a lot of research on this. First of all, I've been doing this 35 years. So we've got a lot of things that we're going to talk about in upcoming weeks. Today's just basically letting you know what's going to be happening, bringing everything up to speed, bringing the speed, so to speak. And so, a few of the questions will be, and by the way, I invite you, leave me a comment, send me an email. If you have a suggestion of something you'd like to hear about, I'd love to hear about it, okay? If you have a disagreement with something that we say while we're doing this, once again, feel free to let that be known as well. No problem. Okay, so some of the questions that we're going to talk about is, when should I ask about price? When should I start looking for a photographer? How soon? How important is the price? What qualities should I look for? Are you insured? What are your credentials? That's important here in Michigan. We don't have to be licensed. Anybody can call themselves a photographer. So credentials will be important. Can you provide references and see your portfolio? Okay, what is your photographic style? That's particularly important for a lot of different things. We'll talk about that one as well. How many events like this do you photograph in a year? Beautiful. Do you have an assistant, or what does he or she do? How about a second photographer? Sometimes that happens in weddings. People want a second photographer. Been there myself. What does your fee include, and what's the delivery timeline? Do you have a backup photographer? Do you have backup equipment? There's another one you might want to ask. So we're just touching on real quick. These are going to be different segments that we're going to take 10-15 minutes on each one of these and chat about them to kind of explore each one of them a little bit. Do you require a written contract? That'll be another one that we'll talk about. Why you may or may not want a written contract, okay? How can you go about finding them? Well, professional organizations are one way, okay? So we'll talk about that one at the appropriate time. Copyrights, okay? Who owns the copyrights to these images? Who owns the images? What rights do I have? These are valid questions, okay? Would love to have your input as well. Please let me know when you see this, okay? What would you like to hear about? Are you hiring a photographer in the upcoming time, okay? Mark it down below, okay? You know, that might be we might be able to give you a hand with that, even though I don't do it. For example, I don't do weddings anymore, okay? But maybe we can give you a hand with that. That's a real distinct possibilities. So, that's the post for today. Real short and sweet, I agree, okay? But as all we're doing is letting it be known that we've got a new series starting. And the series really starts this coming Friday. This next Friday is when it really starts, and we'll start off with one of those 17 questions that we have there, okay? Would like to hear some more from you, okay? So if you have any of them, please let me know. We can go on with this forever, but it's important to help you so that when the time comes, and it will happen to everybody at some point in time, when you want to hire a pro, that the lady down the street or the wife with the cell phone or the husband with the cell phone just don't quite get it. So, this is the post for today. I'm Bill, Detroit Commercial Photo and Video. Thanks for watching. Sure appreciate it, okay? Go ahead and like the page, by the way. I'd really like to have you do that, okay? Like the page. Have a good one now. Thanks. Bye now.